Hello,
Sure.
everyone. It's Vanguard the Husky. Queer Ace Fairy plays video games, and I'm with Mark again
Hello.
after last week.
Hello. Yes.
Um, we're going to play some Powerwash Simulator. I've never played this in co-op, so I have no idea how it works exactly. Did you say you'd played this before? I can't remember.
I played it for maybe 45 minutes to an hour. So yes, but not in any particular depth. Not that I'm entirely sure how much depth there is to this game, but
I mean, as someone who has done almost everything in this game, with the exception of challenges, because I don't want to be like, this is a fantasy world to me. I don't want to be in a world in which I have a particular amount of water that I have to work to. I would rather just fucking literally just blitz the thing with water. But
entirely reasonable.
fuck it. Right. So you said you've not done much, so I guess doing the bonus jobs might be the best port of call.
That sounds reasonable to me.
So co-op hosting is available once a job is started. So what I'll do is I'll jump into one of the ones I've done already, like the gnome fountain, maybe. Restarting the job will lose any cleaning progress. Yeah. Yeah, fine. Whatever you want to do, game, that's fine. I probably should have put some music on in the background now I think about it. Oh well. We're going to be fucking nattering away, so I don't think it really matters.
Hey, Elf not have background music.
No.
No.
I don't think so, anyway. I know I've turned down the water noise because the water noise is really fucking loud.
Do the same when it starts.
Right. So, right. How do I summon someone in?
You open up your little iPad-y thing in the game and then flip the toggle that was
invite friend. Mark. Oh, I can invite more than that. More than one. Right, I've sent the invite.
Okay, I have the invite.
And I'm going to... Because otherwise this is...
Loading dirt. Oh, look. Oh.
Hi!
Hey.
Oh. There you go. There you go. Right, is there any music? I don't think there is, but...
Sounding like there is.
Options. Audio. I could turn up the ambience, I guess.
Ambient noise.
Yeah.
Bigfoot strikes again.
It's a really clear picture.
Jump. Oh, so I can. Yeah, in a sort of silhouette-y kind of in a sort of actually in a Mr. Burns as an alien glowing in the forest kind of way.
Yeah. He brings you love. Right.
Oddly related, but did you see the tweet yesterday about how the first ever episode of The X-Files aired 30 years ago today?
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah,
I genuinely hate it. Like what? What?
yeah, 30 years.
I had. What's the one I had? I had one where. Oh, Spyro the Dragon turning like 25 recently, and I was like,
Yeah,
are you kidding? Um, by the way, you can change your nozzle with. Are you playing this on keyboard and mouse, or are you playing on Xbox? Xbox.
Xbox.
With the bumpers, you can change the nozzles, so they get wider, but obviously, so have more coverage, but they're less intense.
Yeah, because I was not getting rid of the green muck with my other nozzle.
There's also like washing and shit in this, but like I have no idea how to do it. So,
What do you mean washing?
as in like soaps you can use and
Oh,
stuff.
I see. I was gonna say, are we not washing?
Yeah, we are wash. I know what I meant. It's just not what I said. Um,
Really?
I'm gonna put something on um, background music wise. I think
You have a little play with that, and I'll.
just because I just feel like there needs to be something. Because otherwise, it's just us nattering and the sound of ding every couple of seconds.
Found the thing. Telling me that this is this bit clean. There we go.
If you oh, Monday vibes, lo-fi. Obviously, there would be a compulsory advert.
Of course.
There you go, skip ads. There you go. So that should now be coming through the stream. Although I don't know where. Oh, I turned it off, that's why. There you go. Just some chill lo-fi to go in the background. I thought I'd start us on like a fairly big one.
This is. Yeah, that is. It is a fairly chunky.
Well, if I put us on like um if I put us on like one of the cars or something, we'd be done in no time. Was my thought.
It wasn't. It wasn't a. It wasn't a complaint. Just an acknowledgement of the truth. There we go. That's another bit done.
I don't know how much you can see of the quest list either, whether you can bring up a little iPad and see what's to be done as well, or whether that's just me.
Yeah, I can see everything. Clean the gnome fountain and like all the bits in the list that haven't been done.
Did I tell you when I was playing this like through, it took me a very long time to realize you can highlight pieces that you've not done yet. Not as in like the um like pressing left. No, not left. There you go, pressing right on the D-pad and making everything that's dirty glow.
Yeah.
There's actually, if you go into the menu, you can actually reduce. Oh, I need to make this lo-fi a bit quieter. You can actually make any bit you've not actually done just flash white. And I'm like, why didn't I learn this until I got like
I do remember you mentioning
hours?
that.
I was hours into the game before I noticed that you could do that. Because I think I remember telling you that there was something where I had to Google what it was because I don't know what the fuck that is. It was like a house term, and I was like, I have no clue what that means. And I had to Google it because
Like the house or something.
yeah, it was a part of the house, and I was like, I have no idea what that is. So I had to Google it to find out what where I needed to look to clean, because I had no idea. I don't own a house, and even if I did own a house, there's very little I would know about that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's probably lots of things. Just because you own a house doesn't mean you automatically know what everything in it, the proper name for everything in it is, I suppose.
Do you not? I thought you did.
No, they don't make you take a test.
the the knowing everything about your house before you move in test.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's a no done.
What have I not done here? This caps. There you go. I need to clean the gooch. I'm trying to work out what else on this gnome isn't clean. I said what I said. There you go. Gnome is cleaned. We're only 4% done of this job.
I mean, this job might take us to stream.
There's two of us. There's no way this job would take us to the stream. Like, if I put us on, like, one of the, like, really big ones, like the skate park or the playground, maybe. And even then, actually, there's two of us, so it should, in theory, be quicker. In theory. And we have only just started, to be fair. Is Gloomhaven next week? As in, like, does it come out next week or does it come out this week?
Well, we said we only had two Mondays that we had to fill before Gloomhaven came out. So I'm not sure if it comes out this week or it comes out on Monday, but we worked it out that it should be out
By next Monday.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good. That's good. Although I'm really looking forward to the Scarlet. I'm really looking forward to the Scarlet Violet DLC this week, though.
Don't know if it's Discord or you, but you keep cutting out.
That's yeah.
There's a good chance it's Discord.
It is probably Discord, but it might be Discord because my computer's trying to do so many things.
That'll be a problem.
Yeah, but it makes its mind up as it goes along as to what it finds acceptable in terms of activity. Because like one week it's completely fine with the VTuber, the next week it's like, no, this is using too much power, and I'm like, but it was fine last week. Why are you such a bitch? I mean, truth of the matter is, I need
not
to.
a fan of the hot weather.
No. Oh, most definitely. I mean, neither am I. So, birds of a feather and all that shit. Because I'm really not a fan of this weather.
Hopefully, it should be starting to cool down from tomorrow.
Good.
Might even have cooled down today for you. It's definitely not been cooler here today, but
Nope. Was not cooler here today. It felt like in the morning it was going to be, and then it just was not. I was much disappointed. Especially seeing as like today I had to spend like the entire day on the phone with IT.
your work laptop.
Yeah.
Much fun.
Well, I probably could have got more done if they didn't try the same thing 4 times. And I was like, this hasn't worked the previous times. It is not going to work this time. Like I'm no IT expert, but I'm pretty sure if something doesn't work, you know, once, maybe twice, you're like, let's think of a new way of dealing with this issue. Not let's do the same thing again.
Usually that would probably be the point at which you went, let's try something different this time. Come on, ding, you little bitch. There we go.
Ah, dig you little bitch is a great phrase. Oh, that reminds me. I need to... Sorry?
Sorry, what?
Yeah, I was just remembering something. What's up?
You make a start on Sea of Stars at the weekend?
I did not because I spent most of Saturday ill, so...
Hopefully feeling better today, though.
Oh yeah, for sure. Basically, a combination of the heat plus also the fact that my meds make me a lot more dehydrated than normal. I basically fainted. So that was fun.
Yeah.
Not an ideal scenario all
Yeah.
around, to be honest.
No.
Is that?
So, definitely, I would say it's hard to tell exactly how much I've got left, but I'm definitely way over halfway with the game.
I mean, that's good, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it. Got to an interesting little sort of plot twist moment. It was quite good. Quite enjoyed that. It's weird how sometimes in this game, like you can quite obviously see you still have an area to clean and it will go ding, and then sometimes you need to get like every teeny tiny little speck before it will ding, and I don't understand why.
With the, I think it's percentage of it cleaned. I think so. Smaller things obviously need more of it cleaned for it to pop as being cleaned. But like if you're cleaning like, I don't know, a panel or something kind of bigger, it kind of dings early. I mean, no
What it
less
is.
weird. That's for sure. What I keep finding weird is it keeps digging because you've done something.
Yeah. And you're like, wait, I'm not ready for this.
Wait, I'm not.
You're nowhere near
I'm not
clean.
cleaning. Well, like I am. Like I am kind of looking forward to Gloomhaven. I must admit. Um, I don't know where people have got it from that I hated it.
What? I only got I don't know where, and then you cut off.
I don't know where people have got it from that I hated the game. Me pointing out its problems does not necessarily mean I hate it.
I guess not all problems, like lots of games have problems, but it's whether the good parts of the game outweigh those problems.
Which I would say, for the most part, Gloomhaven does.
Your laptop is really not liking Discord today.
I think I might turn off the lo-fi, and think I might have lo-fi. I might just play lo-fi on my phone next to the mic. Which would be the same effect, I think. Basically, I just need I need a new setup, essentially. Bye, lo-fi. Oh wow, that's cleared up Discord almost immediately.
Yeah, that is better. Although if you play it next to your mic, then it's going to come through to me as well.
That is a good point. Maybe we can just fucking natter and just do it that way.
That's generally what we do.
Yeah. Turn off headphones now though, because otherwise you'll be coming through twice. So it'll just be us and the occasional ding of us cleaning something, exactly the way it should be. But yeah, I really enjoyed Gloomhaven. I did think it was very fucking punishing, but that's because it is. I don't think I've ever played a game before that I felt genuinely disliked me.
I think that's kind of like you're supposed to either just scrape through with a loss or just scrape through with a win. I don't think it's really designed for you to like overpower like a scenario.
Well, yeah, there's there's enough detriment to you as an individual or as a party for that to come across for sure. Because my God, is it as you said, like only just a win,
Yeah.
like limping towards the end of the scenario. No, I can see you off in the distance. Hi. I can't see you, but I can see like the water that you are creating. But yes, I will play. I will play Sea of Stars. Um, I'll probably start the download because I didn't even get it downloaded. It was my plan for Saturday, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Wow, okay, so this is what my body wants me to do with my weekend. Excellent." Um,
Yeah.
so I'll get that started downloading after stream tonight, I think. Just gives me something fun to play. Seems I'm reaching the end of Tales of Vesperia now. Finally, it didn't come out like a couple of years ago or anything.
2 years ago, wasn't it?
Still a couple of years ago. But I stopped playing it because there was an absolutely bullshit boss, which I have since ground out some levels and defeated. Because it just had an attack, and I was just like when it did its like Mystic Art thing, like its final attack, I was just like, okay, so I physically can't survive this.
You basically had to kill it before it got to that point.
No, I just had to over level to the point that I had enough health that I could survive it.
Right.
There's an extra, like, I think I ground out like 3 levels for each party member. So it wasn't like a massive undertaking or anything.
Sometimes more than you could be bothered to.
Yeah, because fucking grinding in JRPGs is always such a ball ache.
Yeah. That is very true.
It's why my favorite JRPGs are the ones where I don't have to do that, like Chrono Trigger and the original Final Fantasy VII, because you can get to the end of the original Final Fantasy VII without grinding at all.
Yeah. Well, you'll be glad to know, as long as you kind of take down every mob as you go through the game, you don't have to grind through Sea of Stars either.
Excellent. That is good news.
You level naturally at the right rate for the game. I've not had to grind at any point. Here we go. Clean.
I don't know when we're moving inwards on the fountain.
I assume we would finish around the edge first, and then.
That's a very fair assumption. What I'm going to find really fun is at the end of the map where it shows you the little time lapse of how you did it, and we'll get to see what order you and I did things. Because like whenever I saw the time lapse on a wash when I was playing this through, I was like, I do not remember doing anything in that order. and I've literally just done
What,
it.
well, I just kind of am going anti-clockwise around the edge at the moment.
Okay, so that outer cap needs. I need to have a look on the other side. And that one should be fine. No. Oh wait, yeah. So where's the dirt? Where's the dirt? Oh, it's there. There you go. Where's the dirt? I'm really looking forward to playing the Scarlet Violet DLC this week. It's why I really want to get the what's its name, the Tales of Vesperia done before the DLC lands.
Right. When is it? When is the DLC actually out?
The DLC's out on Wednesday, but I won't be playing it till Thursday. Because I got.
Are you starting it on stream, or are you just continuing it on stream?
Oh, I'll be. What? No, I'll be starting it on stream. I was like, I have no idea what you're trying to say to me. Yes, I'll be starting it on stream, so I won't be playing it until the Thursday.
Thursday this week.
Yes, because my D&D campaign with uni is on Friday this week, so
Okay.
I won't be streaming on Friday when I normally would, but both Thursday and Sunday are going to be Pokemon. I've been looking forward to this for quite a while, so as I said on stream yesterday, it's very unusual for me to be excited about DLC. That doesn't normally happen.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the same. Very rarely excited by DLC, even on a game I love. I'm very rarely like.
Yeah, my thought is kind of like, okay, this is kind of neat, but like, this is more of a game I like that I can play, but like that's about as excited as I get. Whereas this time I'm like, I cannot wait to play this DLC. I had such a good time with Violet. In spite of everything, I had a great time with Violet.
Well, everything, yeah.
Like all of the problems. Playing it with friends online and my friends just turning into floating Pokeballs. Like, just excellent. Excellent job.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, like, Game of the Year. Actually, I don't think I did make it Game of the Year, did I?
No.
I can't remember what I put as Game of the Year last year. Forgotten already.
Well, you say already like it was only a couple of months ago, but it was like 10 months ago.
True, and it did take me a while to think of what games did actually come out in 2022 for me to do the 2022 Games of the Year.
I've just got my little notes document where I write down every game I've completed, and then I can just...
Because it might not be a game I've completed, that's the thing.
I sort of unofficially decided that I had to have completed the game in order to put it on my Game of the Year list. I mean, it's not it's not a rule. It was just one that I decided to come up with for myself.
Yeah, because I don't complete enough games to be able to do that. Um,
The only the only thing that maybe would have been an exception is if a game I was very very much enjoying but had only just come out, so I didn't have time to complete it.
come on, little gnome ping. But how? But that's going to be rare though, right?
Yeah. I got. I'm very excited. I got confirmation today that I will be getting a £150 Amazon voucher. So I was like, oh, well,
What?
that's going to pay for uh, Mario Wonder and Mario RPG and a bunch of any other games, really.
What? As in like a good boy bonus or what?
It was basically a thing I got for swapping my broadband,
Oh,
like a sign-up bonus for changing my broadband provider.
ah,
But you have to be. It was like one of these things where you had to be. You couldn't claim it until you'd been with them for like 120 days or something.
my God, like a fucking Final Fantasy subscription bonus.
Yeah. I was like, right, I've been with them 120 days. Now let's claim this voucher.
But yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
oh, that's you.
yeah. I mean, it's good that you've got Mario Wonder paid for though. Ryan, hi, welcome in. How you doing? Welcome into a much more chilled stream than I normally would do. As me and Mark
Spraying
just,
shit with water.
yeah, we're just me and Mark are just literally cleaning. That's all we're doing. I'm feeling like I shouldn't because I'll be in your way there. So I'm gonna do. Oh, because you've been doing the inside of this. Okay, I'll go this way and do the middle wall bits.
We've done all the way around the outside, but we've still only done
29%.
29%.
Power wash, baby. But the thing is, like, that does really jump up, though. Like,
I wonder why you'd like done it so much quicker than me, but it's because I've been doing like the internal basin bit as I was going along, I think.
yeah, which I was not
And I
doing.
still had a lot.
I was literally just doing the walls. A difference in how we clean things.
It's very hot in here tonight.
I, yeah. I mean, I've got the window open, and I'm glad I do because it's stifling weather-wise.
I don't have the window open, so that's probably not helping.
Probably not, no.
But if I did, it would just let in just fucking hundreds of bugs.
Oh yeah, it let in the menagerie. Understandable. Ding. Um, yeah. Are we thinking, by the way, that there is going to be a direct this week, as it's been heavily rumored?
It seems very likely based on a lot of people's thoughts.
I mean, I've not seen any of the leaks per se because I don't like to know them. I like to go in kind of fresh, but there's been a lot of talk about it. So
And I think there's I would say there's a heavy chance we're going to see probably more Mario Wonder.
Which would be weird because we've just had a direct for it.
That's true, actually. Maybe they won't. It's also weird though that they had a separate direct for it so close to a general direct, but maybe that just means they've got a lot to show in the general direct that isn't Mario Wonder.
I mean, their slate until the end of the year. It's got some big hitters in it, but it is still looking kind of bare.
Sorry, you're still cutting up. I missed a big chunk of that.
Discord. So it wasn't even the lo-fi, it was just Discord being a dick. I said it would make sense because apart from the couple of heavy hitters we know about, we don't actually know what Nintendo have for like the holiday season, do we? Because there's no way they're not going to have anything.
Beyond Mario Wonder and Mario RPG.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say Mario RPG is a particular sort of like Christmas heavy hitter. It's going to do well with like the hardcore fan base, but like Mario Wonder will do well across the board, I would have thought. But like, I wouldn't have said RPG is going to have that sort of appeal.
Yeah, you might be right.
It'll be dweebs like
we'll
fucking us buying it.
Wave of Mario Kart.
I'm so excited for that.
Final Mario Kart wave.
And then Deluxe will be finished.
To be ported to the Switch 2.
Yeah, I mean,
they're just gonna live off Mario Kart 8 forever.
I mean, they might as fucking well. It's a really solid game.
I'm sure they're gonna show more of the Princess Peach game.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And the Luigi's Mansion 2 port.
Did they say it was going to be towards the end of the year? Luigi's Mansion port.
No, they're both next year, I think. I think they said they were both 2024, like early 2024.
I mean, they missed a trick. They really should have put it out in October. But then again, October is already fucking stacked, so maybe not.
They probably wouldn't want to compete Luigi's Mansion 2 against Mario Wonder.
Oh, get that too, yeah.
It is interesting that there's not been a whole load of like Mario Universe games for a little while, and then suddenly we've got like 4 within the space of a few months of each other.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, one of them is a port, though, technically, even if it is a remaster.
And one of them is a remake, so it's only 2 brand new games: the Princess Peach one and.
I'm really looking
Mario
forward to the
Wonder.
Princess Peach one because I really liked Super Princess Peach. You know, misogyny aside.
I never played it, but I'm interested to see. Yeah, interested to see what happens. You know, where they go with it.
Even if it was like, I mean, I would recommend Super Princess Peach. It's a really good little platformer game with some really clever ideas. It's just it's not excellently handled
One of
in
these,
places.
We're going to design a game for girls type situation.
Yes, because like all of her powers are to do with her emotions and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, Nintendo, this is maybe going a little bit far, but like the game itself is enjoyable.
Yeah.
And like in typical Nintendo fashion, they get a lot out of the mechanics, as Nintendo often do.
Yeah.
So like every instance you can think of to use like anger that's kind of fiery or tears that like pour out as like torrents. Like almost every instance you can think of, those mechanics would be used. They're used, which is the one thing that Nintendo are really good at. If they've got a mechanic, they see
Milking
see
a
it through.
mechanic.
Yeah, yeah, but if they've got a mechanic, they see it through.
Yeah. Is my so I'm very much hoping we'll finally get the ports of Metroid Prime 2 and 3.
Fair.
That's the or just 2, I don't know. However they're going to do it. I feel like 2 and 3 are going to come on a double pack like Pikmin 1 and 2, but
Yeah, they're
who
the. I'd
knows?
say they're the like least liked. I'd say like Metroid Prime One is kind of widely beloved, whereas 2 and 3 people had
Yeah.
more issues with. So yeah, I agree.
2 was just quite a bit more difficult, I think, for a lot of people.
I loved two. Two was my. I think two is my favorite out of the three. Which I know you aren't particularly in agreement with, but I just really like the challenge of the Dark World. I thought it was a really fun challenge.
I found there wasn't. It didn't feel like there was as much variety in the visual style of the areas. Like there was a lot of places in that game where it was just muddy browns, and then you had the Dark World on top of that was more muddy browns, but with some purples thrown in. Gameplay wise, though, I really, obviously, I mean, it's a Metroid game. It just doesn't rate for me quite as highly as the first one.
That's fair. I'm not gonna, disagree with you because the first one was and still is iconic, Ridley notwithstanding. Um,
Way you're going wrong with that boss fight. I have genuinely never had that much of a problem with it.
I've been thinking about it. I think it was the heat.
Could well have been, yeah. Actually, you were probably getting very frustrated, and
Yeah,
it was just too hot.
yeah, it was too.
Plus, yeah,
Because it was right at the end of the stream, so I would have been sitting in a room with like technology warming up the room gradually, plus also the fact that I would have been warm before I started because of the weather. I genuinely think the weather really actively contributed to how frustrated I was.
yeah.
Because
I mean,
like I do
I
not
get,
I
I
d-
get,
like I don't remember
can
having that much
can
problem.
be a frustrating boss. You what? Sorry.
I can't remember what I said.
Oh.
It couldn't have been relevant. It could not have been that exciting. Yeah, I can't remember having any trouble with that boss either before. Not to the
And if
same
anything,
degree, at
I think
least.
I think the newest Switch control scheme makes it much easier than it ever used to be as well. But yeah, like you said, it was probably just a combination of being at the end of the stream and being hot and bothered.
Oh no, I've missed something on these pool floors, and I can't find out where it is. Aha, there you are.
I know I said this before as well, but I really think if we don't see Metroid Prime 4 tomorrow, not tomorrow, well, whenever this direct is, it's going to be a next gen game.
Yeah, yeah. I would be surprised if it isn't a next-gen game already. Because I would reckon that I would reckon that Nintendo are going to do something similar to like the DS, 3DS, Wii U sort of thing, where the software is going to be compatible with the new Switch. It doesn't make sense to lose that much of an install base.
No, I think it will be backwards compatible, and I think there's a high chance that you might get because obviously they've been promising Metroid Prime on Switch for like 6 years now. So you might get like a watered down version of it for the original Switch, and then like the super pretty, higher resolution, higher frame rate version of it for the Switch 2.
Or like have it be sort of like the lower end of what the Switch 2 can do, but like the absolute highest point the Switch can handle. To kind of put out something that's kind of across the board similar. I don't know. I'm not a game developer, so I could be talking absolute fucking nonsense that just doesn't work.
I mean, if they wanted it to be exactly the same on both consoles, perhaps, but I
mean, why not? They've had like, I think between quite a few generations now, they've had kind of cross-generation games that have released on both. Usually a Zelda game though, which I find weird.
But when you think about the games that have done that, and the two that come to mind are Twilight Princess and
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild. The Wii wasn't a significant power jump over the GameCube, and the Switch wasn't a significant power jump over the Wii U. I mean, both of them were a bit more powerful, but you could probably get away with it, whereas I'm getting the impression from what I've read that the Switch 2 is going to be quite a jump over the Switch. And so they're not going to want what could be one of their flagship launch titles for the next gen console to not be a visual upgrade over what the Switch can do.
True, be literally the best it can look.
Whole bottom, like, I don't know what, if anything, is missing from this set. It's not dinged, but
if it's not dinged, then there is something you've missed. We can come back to it.
Wow, okay.
Did you do the little flash thing to see where it was?
Yeah, add it.
Was it really obvious? Or was it just literally just little specks?
Just like little specks. Bits where it like wasn't hard to tell whether it was dirt or kind of
texture.
Shading on the texture.
Yeah. Some of the later jobs are really quite bad for that. The one which comes to mind is the skate park, which I spent an inordinate amount of time trying to find the last specs I needed to do.
I think maybe all of those are now done.
And I think they're called lower pool floor. Ugh. Ow, holding this trigger down constantly. I know. I'm just going to do the button. You can press a button and just have a continuous stream of water.
You do that.
I think it's left on the D-pad.
Ah, there we go.
Then it will just continuously spray as opposed to having to hold the trigger.
Much better on my finger.
Yeah, because it does hurt holding something down for like that long.
Ooh. Ow, ow. Ooh, my leg. There we go.
I honestly don't know what I would want, like, out of a direct, if I'm honest.
To ask, what would you like to see?
I have no idea. Like, a lot of the things I would want are already there. I'd like Fire Emblem ports, like maybe, but like they've not long released a Fire Emblem game, and there's already two Fire Emblem, well, three technically. Well, actually, no, four technically, Fire Emblem games on the Switch, like natively, not even including ports.
Like you went 2, no 3, no 4.
Because I forgot about the Warriors games.
Like, they're in the Fire Emblem universe, but they're not really Fire Emblem games, are they?
In which case, there's two main Fire Emblem games on Switch. And that's fine, but like, if they were to port the Teleus games, for instance, I would be set. I'd be very happy about that. But somewhat unlikely, but not impossible. But like, I can't think of a game that like. I can't think of a new game that I would be interested in. Maybe a new Kid Icarus if there was another one of those.
Kid Icarus, interesting.
Because I loved Uprising. I just wish it was easier for me to play being left-handed.
Oh, yeah, because it had that really weird control scheme, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. It wasn't exactly easy to play if you were left-handed. Does that show up for you as well? When I do the little flash of orange thing?
No.
Oh, okay, so it only shows up for me. Interesting. Another plinth. I can't think what else I would be massively interested in seeing.
What about a GameCube port?
I mean, Eternal Darkness is very unlikely.
Yes, that is true.
What other GameCube games would I like to be ported over? I mean, Billy Hatcher was quite fun. That would be a quite fun game to have on Switch.
That's Sega.
Yeah. You said GameCube games. You didn't. You didn't say it had to be a Nintendo one.
No, it wasn't a. I didn't mean it like that. I meant I was just. Was I right? Was it a Sega game?
Yes. It was Sega.
Yes. Sorry, I didn't mean it to sound like I was saying you couldn't have that. It's a Sega game. Yes.
Which case I'd be like, "Fuck you! I can have a Sega game."
Yeah, you can have a Sega game.
Ooh. Thank you, Yam.
You gotta say big stretch every time I do a big stretch. You know that's the rules.
Thanks, Yam. Welcome in. How you doing? It's a bit quiet in here today. Not chat-wise. I don't mind. I don't mind people lurking. Never do. Never will. Just because, like, Powerwash Simulator has no music.
Yes. Filling the silence. I mean, you probably already know what my obvious GameCube port choices would be, but those aside...
Not like any of the Star Wars ones.
Well, I was going to say, actually... like Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door.
How bad would it be, though, if they were to announce that just after you'd bought it? Again.
I would be fine with that.
Because I would be so mad if I'd literally just bought it again and then it came out in a way that was far easier to get hold of. I would be so mad.
Okay with that. I think it's unlikely, given that we're literally just getting a port of Super Mario RPG.
Yeah.
Or a remake, should I say. It doesn't feel like they would also release a port of Paper Mario so soon.
Yeah, especially since they're they're quite similar games in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And I'm very glad it's not quiet anymore, Yam. How's your week started? Has it been okay? Busy. Yep, I know that. I know that feeling very well. Working in university admissions and it being the start of term today, I know it very well. Busy. Still shopping for a gaming laptop because I'm indecisive. I mean, Mark would be a very good person to talk to about this because Mark is IT whiz.
Yeah. I could definitely help with what you might be looking for, maybe.
I'm still going to rely on you for building when I finally upgrade.
Fine with me.
Because it's just, yeah.
I've not built a new computer in a long time.
How have we not done this phrase?
Enjoy the opportunity.
Come on, plinth. Ping for me. Ping, please. There you go. How have we not done the raised pool floor? Feels like we've covered the whole thing.
Because
Done.
there we go.
Yeah, because I think, didn't I have you look over like the stats of the laptop that I bought in the end before I bought it?
Current laptop?
Yeah.
No. You'd already bought that, I think, at the time.
I think it's because I forgot you were IT whiz, and I just went ahead with my own decisions. I almost said my own bad decisions, but in all fairness, this has done me quite well. This laptop. And once I start using it as a like portable streaming machine plus day to day, it'll be definitely more than fine for that. Because my MacBook, which I use for day to day at the moment, is very much last legs. Which, since I got it in 2014, kind of makes sense.
I mean, they do tend to last quite well.
Yeah, I mean, it's done.
To be fair.
It has done really well, but like, it's starting to really show its age now.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't last forever.
But almost 10 years is still probably the best laptop I've had, like, full stop, like, ever, was that MacBook, 'cause it's just done me so well for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, it got me through, like, my undergrad, my master's, and also the first 2 years of my PhD, so not bad. I'll be alright. I think I'm pretty good with it. I'm considering buying one with the right CPU, GPU, and upgrading the RAM, SSD myself, because I've done that before. I mean, Tech Whiz Yam over here. I wouldn't trust myself to do something like that. I would much sooner put it all in the boot of my car and drive down to Ipswich than I would try and do that myself and very likely fail. Because it would be a fail. There's literally no, I have no technical prowess at all. My abilities lie elsewhere. And I'm happy with that.
Done. Oh, we've done nice percent.
Yeah, we're on nice percent now of the fountain. Yeah, I'd much rather get your help than try and fail myself. We're now onto the actual fountain part of the fountain.
It's all fountain.
I mean, this is the fountain, though. Like, the rest of it is just, like, gubbins. And this is, like, the proper fountain bit. I know what I mean. Oh, I might need to go for a slightly more powerful nozzle on this. It's got graffiti on the side of it. The difficult bit is digging into the specs to find compatible parts. I honestly wouldn't know, but I presume that sounds right as being a difficult thing.
Yeah, it depends on the laptop manufacturer. Some of them don't make it easy to upgrade even RAM and hard drive space or SSD space.
Cleaning the graffiti, doing my community service.
I didn't realise that's why we were power.
I mean, that they could have easily made that the narrative of the game, and it still would have made perfect sense. I'd like to. I hasten to add that is not the narrative of this game, but it very easily could have been.
Community service simulator.
I mean, I'm not that far off, to be honest. Is that part of the lower column? It is. There you go. Nice. I don't know what you're cleaning right now, by the way. I have no idea. Because I'm just doing the big fountain now.
Like the lower base of the central bit of the fountain is what I am working my way around at the moment.
Looks like we're on the same bit. Trying to check before I buy anything how likely it is to be upgradable. I love that my current laptop had an easy space to chuck a second SSD in.
If you're going with a gaming laptop, generally they are designed a bit more like that.
What, a bit easier to kind of upgrade and stuff?
Yeah. When you want to go with the laptops that are like ultra thin and light, that they become more difficult because obviously well, not obviously, but they sacrifice ease of upgradability in order to make them thinner and lighter by like soldering more bits together and gluing more bits together.
I did not know that. That explains the MacBook, right? It's like it's hard because it's hard to upgrade.
That's partly just Apple doing its own thing.
True, but it's like much harder to
But yes,
upgrade Apple
MacBooks
stuff. I was looking at one which was advertised as having a spare M2 slot, but I found a video guide with the back off and I could see the listing was wrong. I have no idea what some of those words meant. What is an M2 slot?
Two is just it's a type of slot for a solid state hard drive.
Oh, okay. And solid state's the good one, right? That's the speedy one.
Yes, generally, yes.
Welcome to discussing PCs with a complete fucking idiot. Describing solid state drives as the speedy ones.
The good one.
I mean, it's not an inaccurate comment, to be fair. in week 2 of my coding course. Oh yeah, how is that going, Yam? Your coding course. I remember you saying you were doing that.
What are you learning to code in?
Got very excited about booleans.
It's
What are they?
Booleans.
Oh, not booleans. Booleans
Yes,
is a great.
yeah, Boolean it's a yes no true false field essentially.
Oh, okay. Yam says mostly learning JavaScript.
Like web development. Is that where you're looking to implement it?
Do 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 do. Oh, we're going to need to get the ladders out soon, I think. Because otherwise we won't be able to get up any higher. I don't know if that's what I want to get into specifically. I'm just trying out and seeing how it goes. That is generally, I'd say, the best way of doing things. Just testing things out and seeing what sticks. Because you may end up stumbling across something that you didn't know you really enjoyed. Like on a somewhat related note, it's exactly why I'm definitely not renewing my PlayStation Plus when it comes up for renewal. But I will continue to renew Game Pass. Because Game Pass gives me the opportunity to try new things, and that's just fun. And try new things, I definitely do. I mean, that's how I discovered this game and became fucking obsessed with it. Good old Game Pass.
Fuck it, I'll try that.
Yep, it was literally, I'd not seen anyone play it. I was just like, you know what, fuck it, I'll give it a try. And became actually obsessed with this game for quite a while. May also do a maths degree. I mean, that sounds like glutton for punishment to me. But like, I could not imagine anything worse personally, because I'm an English fluff. I don't appreciate maths. I find it confusing.
Yeah, he said.
What? But I like maths.
That's the way you
There
said
you go.
you don't appreciate it.
No, I don't. I have no appreciation for the calculus. But there you go. If you enjoy it, then why not? What's not to like about doing it? I regret not doing it at A level, but teenage me would not have paid attention. That's fair. And like, this is a conversation I've had with quite a few people, expecting kids to know what they want to do, to kind of funnel them down the fucking education system is just wrong on so many levels. I had no fucking clue what I wanted to do. And arguably, I still don't. But yeah, expecting me to know at
fairly-
like 14 what I wanted to do is just ridiculous.
Fairly strong idea what I wanted to do.
We can't all be like you, Mark. I mean, I've changed the kind of gearing towards what I wanted to do multiple times in my life. Because, like, as much as I really enjoyed and did manage to do games writing, I couldn't do it as a job, like full-time job anymore. I just couldn't. Because I know what I'm like when I'm doing something that I really enjoy like that as a job. And I throw myself into it so much, I don't take any time off and just generally wreck myself. Be a good cog of capitalism and choose your usefulness as early as possible. That way we can rinse max profit from you. I mean, you're saying that somewhat jokey, but where's the lie, Yam? Where is the lie? Hi, Joe. How you doing? Welcome in. How has your Monday been? I hope it's been better for you than... Was it you recently who said that you were having a bit of a bad time of it in my stream? Anyway, I hope you're well regardless. And I have no idea where Mark is or what they're cleaning right now.
It's doing this. Probably the same thing you are. This
The
base.
the middle tower bits.
Yeah.
But yeah, how are you doing, Joe? How was
Thinking a
your
lot.
start of your week? It was shite. Spent the day trying to sort out my work laptop not working, and IT kept marking it as non-urgent and low priority, so it's still not fixed. Joe, that sounds like my day. I had a problem with IT as well. I was saying about it earlier. My IT issues did get fixed today, but they got fixed at 20 to 4 when I finish at 5. So I didn't get pretty much anything done today, pretty much. Also, I'm not like IT, as we've established multiple times already this evening. I'm not very kind of like technical, but even I was watching some of the things that she did trying to fix my computer, and I was like, well, that's not going to work. I even sent a message to like my supervisor at one point, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that the 4th time of them trying this is going to not work the same as the previous 3 times of them trying exactly this. But I just sat there and watched them do it again. I'm still waiting on orders to be delivered and dispatched. I'm angry. Bastards meant to deliver on Friday and still nothing. My God. The issue is the laptop won't turn on. Without it turning on, I can't do any case. So you literally can't do anything. Because I was able to do bits in between calls, just not all the time.
How is your laptop not turning on at all not urgent?
Yeah, that would have been my next question.
It might be one thing to say, oh, this particular application isn't working. We're going to classify that as not urgent because you could do other stuff. But if you literally can't work at all because your laptop isn't working.
Yeah, that's a very different matter.
Hi.
Ah! Have we done the entire bottom bait? We're going to need to get the ladders now, aren't we? It's only because it impacts on me it isn't urgent or a priority. But that still means it's a priority though. Right. Ladder. Oh, there's only one ladder. That sucks. Right. Why can't...
Only one ladder?
Yeah. I was hoping there was two of
Maybe
them.
one of us should have been... Never mind.
I
It's
think...
fine, there's still bits I can reach down here.
And also, to be fair, we can just both go up here and do this. Actually, what I'm going to do is, as soon as you can do around the side from down there, I will do up here. Policy is singular person, issue is not urgent. But that makes no sense. One person can bring down everything. So I haven't even managed to get through to IT and no response to service desk all day and flagged it at 9 AM. Fucking Christ. That is a shit Monday. Like, that is a really shit Monday. That reminds me, I never asked you how your Monday went, Mark, but I'm presuming it's the same as every Monday for you.
Yeah, it was mostly fine.
Just meetings, etc.
Few meetings, etc. I was positively bedeviled with meetings, etc.
I'm watching that through again from the beginning, and I'm really enjoying it.
I do. It's on my list of things to rewatch at some point.
It's so good. Like, it's my second time watching it, and it's somehow better on the second watch. Because you can actually really notice and appreciate the little moments with the characters getting, like developing. It's nice. A Mark Monday of meetings sounds magnificently mundane. I mean, I don't think I would have a problem being in meetings with Mark all day. I wouldn't have a clue what was being said, but that's not the point. I could just sit there looking pretty and doing nothing. Whilst Mark was speaking in acronyms and not understanding what I was doing. I hate when things like that, people says, oh, looks like you'll have no work. And I'm like, the work is still building. I'll just have more to do when it's fixed. Exactly, Yam. Exactly. I meant more for Mark. I mean, I don't think... well, I obviously, I can't speak for you, Mark, on this regard. But I don't think you find your job particularly mundane, do you? Like, you enjoy your job.
No, for the most part.
Yeah.
For the most part, it's about as good as a job could possibly be. I mean, obviously, like most people, I'd rather not have to work. But if you do have, as I do have to work, it's about as good as I could hope for.
I agree, yeah. I now have to fit 8.3 hours somewhere else into the rest of the week. My deadlines haven't shifted. Work fucking sucks. Like, genuinely fucking sucks. Like, what? Like, deadlines, for instance, are always fucking arbitrary. Always.
Um, pretty arbitrary, I would say.
What?
Deadlines.
Yeah. They're fucking
They're often pretty arbitrary.
they're-
There's just a deadline because somebody's decided.
Yeah, somebody decided that that would be the deadline. That's it. Court deadlines are court deadlines. I mean, but they're still arbitrary, regardless of whether they're court deadlines. They're still arbitrary. Someone's still gone, yes, this is going to be the date.
Some, you know, sometimes less arbitrary deadlines than others.
Praise the employment machine. Yam, you will never catch me doing that. Even at work, you won't catch me praising the employment machine. I'm one of the most scathing people about my workplace when I'm in it. Because I don't care. This isn't what I want to do. And the only reason I'm still there is because I like the team. Otherwise, I'd have found something else by now. I mean, I've already I think I've said this to you before, Mark, but I've already turned around to my entire management team and said I have no intention of going up the ladder here. Like Eddie,
I've got people on my team now.
like any promotions that come along, I don't care. I'm not going to go for them. Give them to somebody else.
I mean, I've got people on my team that are quite happy. They don't want the extra pressure of a promotion, or they don't want the extra stress, you know, the extra responsibility of a promotion, and that's fine. They're quite happy doing what they're doing, and they want to keep doing what they're doing.
Precisely. Oh yeah,
Let them get on with it.
we are going to need a break soon, actually. I think you might be right, Mark. I think this is going to take us like the whole fucking stream just to clean this fucking fountain. Actually, no, we should be done.
Well, no, we're only just over halfway now. Like, it's only 9:40, and we're at 84% now.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Right, we'll take a break in a few minutes' time. Just because I'm going to need more water. Because it's fucking warm.
Because your pressure washer's nearly out.
Yes, that too. I'm glad not to be working for a few months, even if I'm poor. The break's needed. Yeah, I did the same. Yam. When I did my masters, I didn't work for the year. And I was it was very to the wire. I was very, 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 very poor for that year. But I'm glad I didn't have anything else on with the masters, because my God, was the masters a challenge that I would have not been able to overcome if it weren't for having that time.
So many fiddly bits.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm doing up here as well. Like all of the, well, all of the panels, but they're still a pain. I had to turn on the setting where you move the water gun and not your whole body. Yeah, I find that a bit too restrictive. Like, it's not... um, it's not something that I...
Me?
Yes. Why do you think I was
I was like,
giggling?
why? No, because it made my controller vibrate, and I was like, why is my controller vibrating?
I just looked over and saw you. I couldn't help it. Um, yeah, I find it really kind of disorienting if I switch into the moving just the gun and not the body mode. I think it's because I'm so used to, because this is essentially a first person shooter, only with dirt being the enemies.
It's the most chill first-person shooter ever devised.
It's a good thing, I'd say. Oh, I'm starting to clear things up here because you're doing cleaning down there. So like there must be little bits on this on these sides that needed doing. But Joe, if you do need to like rant during the week, just shout me at any point. Even if it's just like to give you kind of some distracting conversation, just drop me a line. Why are you still showing? Aha. There you go. And also need to arrange to come up to Leeds as well. Not just for seeing you and Chris, but also seeing Lou and getting out of the fucking house. And also by the time, you know, I'm going to have like excessive free time in which to do it, it's going to be colder weather, so I'm going to be far more happy. Because I do become a fucking grump in the summer. Like I went out on a little walk this evening, like between work and going on stream, and it was just so fucking warm. And I was only in like shorts and a t-shirt, and I was like, this is way too warm for shorts and a t-shirt. I should be feeling a lot cooler, but I am not.
September.
Yeah, September should be colder than this. Let me start spooky season early. Which does remind me, I need to finish my overlays for... You just sprayed my butt. Or me in general.
Not intent. That wasn't intentional. I was just trying to get into a little...
It gives you a different
Yeah.
sort of vibration if you're sprayed by someone than it does for anything else.
I haven't noticed my controller vibrate for anything else.
It vibrates really gently when you've cleared something. Which is probably why you haven't noticed it, because it is actually a really gentle buzz when something dings. Also, random question of the stream. If you're interested in answering, there's no obligation, of course. But we've discussed it earlier. But is there anything in particular you're looking forward to from this rumored Nintendo Direct that is supposedly happening this week? Not that we're going to know until the day before, because Nintendo has a habit of doing that. Like, so many of the last few directs have been announced the day before, if not. Like, there's not been much time.
Yeah, if it's going to happen, it will be announced tomorrow or Wednesday, because I can't think of any example where they've done a direct on a Friday.
No. That would be a really weird day to do it on as well. It makes sense for it to be on a Thursday, because that tends to be most launch days for Nintendo games seem to be on a Thursday. Or has it moved to Wednesday now? I know it's Thursday for a bit.
Oh, we're at 90%.
Yeah, it's basically just these last couple of bits I'm doing here on the tower. Then it's the bowl. Oh, and also the gnomes around the edge up here.
Yeah. I've been getting what I can of the gnomes from down here.
Switch 2, Mario Kart 9, Zelda DLC, and Mario Brothers Movie 2. Free Kirby game automatically sent to everyone, even if we don't want it. Easter egg in Pokemon where Ash's mum shows up in a bikini. I would like most of those things.
Very specific. Very specific requirements there.
I like the idea of a free Kirby game for everyone, just like that U2 album back in the day.
Oh god, I remember that.
Yeah. Which I deleted so fucking quick.
Yeah.
I don't want a U2 album full stop, let alone one which I was forced to have. But a Kirby game, I could get on board with that. A free Kirby game.
It's a free Kirby game, right?
Anything's a free Kirby game, if you're brave enough.
Only, yeah. Okay.
I mean, I'm not wrong.
No.
Yam saying that, though, has made me think there is something I can think of I wouldn't mind. Zelda 4 Swords on Switch.
I've said this before. Zelda 4 Swords on Switch would be amazing.
Yeah.
And it's the perfect platform for it. I don't know why they haven't done it. Well, I guess because Nintendo. But a 4 Swords port
It'd be great.
for Switch would be great.
I mean, imagine all of that piss-taking, horrible arseholery, but on 4 different Switches.
Well, I suggested we should play 4 Swords last time you came over on stream, and you said no.
Actually, you and I wouldn't be too bad, I don't think.
'Cause I have the I have the original GameCube version and link cables and Game Boy Advances.
I mean, I have a Game Boy Advance. I don't think this is a bad idea, you know.
Well, next time we do a in-person co-op stream.
God, how much are you cleaning down there?
I think I just got to a point where, like, I'd gone all the way round, so
So
it was
everything
just
just
hitting a whole
needed little
bunch of things.
bits.
Yeah.
Hack together an online version. Mark has done that.
Done that.
It's how I know that it's a fucking nightmare fuel thing if you're playing it in
Always
4-player.
get up and running, but you can't.
Also, if you're playing it in 4-player, it is just a nightmare. You'd need a really good set of 4, I think.
On, I was going to say, it does just depend more who the 4 you're playing with are, I think.
Oh, yeah. Oh, agreed. 100%. Because, yeah. The group we played with was chaos.
Yeah, unmitigated chaos.
Oh my god.
%. Oh, that's another gnome done.
What, did we have a gnome that we hadn't done?
These ones at the top level around the edge.
Oh, yeah. Oh no, I fell.
Oh no.
Harder thing is not being sued by Nintendo. Yeah, I mean, there is that. Nintendo aren't exactly known for going lightly on people. It's why you'd never see me as much as I love Nintendo, and Nintendo have a really like solid place in my heart. You'd never catch me doing their kind of streamer program thing. You'd never catch me doing that. I'm not happy with the way they treated their streamers on their program. So you'd never catch me doing that. Plus, also, if I'm gonna be sponsored by anything, it's got to be something that's true to my brand in some way, like, I don't know, Mike and Ike's or something. Which I would do. I definitely would. If you're listening, Mike and Ike's, I definitely would be sponsored by Mike and Ike's. I don't even know what that sponsorship would look like. Just that I am game.
Fuck's sake.
Did you fall?
Get up the ladder. Oh yeah, but I can't climb up the ladder.
Are you having trouble?
There we go. It's fine. I'm up.
Do, 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 do. You've ended up cleaning a lot of the gnomes.
Huge amounts of this central pillar.
Each individual panel of this is such a pain. There you go. Oh, okay. Right. I can't be. Nice. You can move the ladder, by the way, if you need to.
I might. Ugh. I mean, it would help if I could walk up the ladder without just falling off it 3 out of the 4 times.
I mean, where would the fun in that be? I was waiting for your break.
Wait, is that all the gnomes done?
But you've been on for 93.
No.
You've been on 93 for hours, so I'm going to look to hydrate. Oh my god, yeah, I need to take a break. It's because we're on the little bits now. Right, yeah. So I'm going to take a break because I need some more water. Stretch my legs. I could just see Mark crouching on a gnome in the background. And yeah, we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Finish off this one. We'll probably be able to get another one done in the time we've got left. Maybe one not as complex as this. But we'll figure it out. So yeah, see you in a second, cuties. Have a good one.
Before we
Hi everyone, we're back on a very, very, very sedate stream today. Playing some power. Oh, fuck! I fell again. Playing some power sim. Is there a second ladder?
Answer to the question: is there a second ladder?
No, it doesn't look like it.
Or did you mean it like more existentially?
I I didn't think of it existentially, but I guess. Like, can I? No, you can only make the ladder go up to there. So how do we get up to the bowl then? Jump, maybe? Oh, we could jump. Almost. Okay. Maybe we can jump from the gnomes.
Do you not climb up here and then pick the ladder up?
No, I'm up.
Okay.
But yeah, welcome into this incredibly sedate stream that we're doing. That's kind of the calm before the storm, I think, considering what we're planning on playing next week. Calm before the storm, I think, is the correct terminology.
Falling off again as well.
It's really easy to fall off because it's first person.
Right, where did I get to?
I could hear you like gently tapping around down there when you walk around.
Yes. Oh, almost fell.
Do. Now, wouldn't a lot of this have come off if they just turned on the fountain?
I like to think that they did try that first.
I don't know. I think I'm just more happy to just kind of assume that they're idiots. And I don't think I'd be too far wrong in that assumption.
My assumption is that the fountain would have been working and they've just turned it off so we can clean it.
That does make sense. But then how did graffiti get on the fountain if it was working?
You'd be surprised where people get graffiti.
You have a fair point. But on a working fountain seems a bit...
Maybe they turn it off for night to save energy.
That sounds about right, actually. That sounds... Because you wouldn't have it on all the time. This isn't the Trevi Fountain in Italy. Which I don't even know whether that's on all the time. There was never a time I saw it when it wasn't on.
Then
We're almost there. And you're right, Jan, we were on 93 for a long time. And now we've just shot up to 97.
Fell again.
Maybe the next one we do shouldn't have so much verticality to it.
Oh no, oh, there we go.
Because we keep falling down.
It doesn't help that apparently I'm an idiot when it comes to climbing ladders.
It happens to the best of us. Also, it's good to know that co-op is so like quick in this as well. Like, I don't know why I was expecting it to be more complicated.
Can you get up there?
I was on one of the gnome's heads and then jumped. Is how I got up here. The rocks and then the gnome. It's weird seeing the gauge go down when we're both on the same object. Because it just drops really quickly.
These are low. Hopefully I can plug this in.
Where is the last little bit of the rocks that we've not done? Do I need to aim down? Oh. Nope, but could do the gnome's ass from here, so...
Later.
Has he got a little pink hat? It's a little pink hat. There you go.
Oh, your power washer was pushing me backwards. The force of your spray.
So what have we missed on? Little cheeks on the gnome. Little front of his hat. It's got to be stuff up. There you go.
Like the little grooves in his hat.
The edge of this. Edge of this basin needed doing as well. But we're very near the end, so what have we missed? There you go. There's the basin done. Oh, so what have we not done? Outer walls. We've not done 5 of the outer walls.
Outer wall decorations. One of the outer wall nodes.
Yeah, but that's it.
Okay. It's all at least on the lower level.
Yeah.
I can see the outer node. I can see the node that's not been finished. I'll get this guy.
Oh, this outer wall's not been done. Right. That's one. There's another one here. There you go. It's come up with a little checklist.
There we go.
One outer wall decoration. There you are. Right, so outer wall cap and outer wall. One outer wall. There it is. Hey! Now we get to see how we did it. God, so methodical. Proud of that.
Get going. Nice.
Did you get a little video as well?
I don't get it, I think, when you're the co-op. Right, I think I have to leave.
But what sort of thing do you want to do? Obviously, we can't do another one like that, because that was like 2 hours. The train?
I mean, you're probably best placed to know roughly how long they might take, having done them all.
That is, you'd think. Obviously, once we start to get to the end of there, it starts to get a bit more complicated. I'd say if we wanted to do another kind of big one, but not one that's so big that it'll take another 2 hours, maybe the playground?
We can clean the playground.
Yeah, let's do the playground. Oh, level complete. It won't let me do it again. Unless I do it in free play. Locations.
Do them again.
Playground. Restart. Confirm. Yeah, the playground's fun. Yeah. Gonna have some minstrels, because fuck it. Why not?
Minstrels?
Because they're one of the only chocolates where it doesn't matter if they melt. because like, there you go. I've invited you.
Yeah, got it. I'm here. Ooh, okay.
Oh, you got a new gun this time.
Do I?
Got a little green one, haven't you? Or is it the same black one that you had last time?
Same as last time, I think.
No, it is. You've got the blue one. I'm going to.
Oh.
I don't know whether it's the Prima Vista 1500 or the Prima Vista 3000.
Look at you talking about power washing guns.
No, it says the names on them, Mark. I'm not that. I'm not that obsessed. But to be honest, if there was to be a direct this week, it would kind of make my week because I've got a few little good bits going on this week. It's just that would be another kind
Yeah.
of like nice little thing. Because I've got like D&D this week with the party that I have with through uni. It's the Birmingham Furs meet on Saturday.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I've also heard that there's strong possibility of a state of play at some point as well.
They're never as good though.
Oh no, they're never as good, but yeah, I've got some. So I've got hopefully the Nintendo Direct at some point this week, and then going to see the Sugar Babes at the O2 on Friday.
Ooh. Which lineup though?
Whatever the current lineup is, I don't know.
I don't fucking know who the current lineup is of that band. It's changed so much that I could not tell you.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's definitely at least some of the original members though, but which ones I'm not.
Was there a period in which it was all new members? I can't remember.
Oh, also don't know that.
So you're a big fan then?
I like the songs. I don't follow the ins and outs of who the members are.
Yeah, you like the music, not the lore.
Yes. What a way to say that. And then it is So next week is my mum's 70th birthday.
Oh my god! Wow.
So she is 70 next Wednesday. So this weekend, we're taking her out for dinner, and my auntie, who's lovely, and my cousins are coming down to visit that I've not seen since like before COVID.
Oh, that sounds really fun.
So looking forward to that as well.
That sounds really fun.
Yeah. And I'm making Mum has specifically requested a coffee and walnut cake for a birthday, so I'm making cake as well.
That's why you were
Trying to
making
fit
the
that
practice one.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And I'm glad I made the practice one because it didn't go 100% right.
It looked great though.
Wrong. Oh yeah, I mean it was mostly fine. It was just one of the bases was a little bit overdone and dry because I had set the temperature of the oven slightly wrong.
Still.
But yeah, so lots of exciting things to look forward to this week. Both already known about and
Potentially,
rumored.
yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed how you've defaulted to doing the dinosaur.
Well, I couldn't not, could I?
No, that is true. It is one of the cutest pieces in this playground. So a very sensible choice.
Floor cleaned.
Yeah, because I'm basically just cleaning everything around what I'm doing as well. So I've done the roundabout.
Yeah,
now.
I was like going around the outside, and then gonna make my way into the middle.
Yeah, because each panel of this brightly coloured, which I can feel. You know how these feel a certain way.
Yeah, they're like slightly squidgy.
Yeah, I can feel what the ground would be like, which is a very weird sentence, but I know what I mean. Mostly because, over at Foss Park, which is very close to me, there's one of these playgrounds. Well, no, there's not one of these playgrounds, but there's a playground that has this sort of floor.
Yeah.
Whenever I walk across it, I'm like, ooh.
It's a little bit kind of bouncy on the step.
It's lovely. I'm going to do this little yellow circle, and then I'm going to move on to the bench right there, which is dirty.
Right.
Yes. Yellow floor circle. I forgot the bins are also dirty in here as well, aren't they?
What's that? Like it's a question that I would know the answer to.
Like this entire park is just filthy, apart from the fence around the edge, which is pristine white.
In their playgrounds get into such a disgusting state before they decide to call in someone to clean them.
Yeah, because this is genuinely horrendous.
Yeah.
Like, I have no intention of having children. I still
have-
would not
I
let
don't-
them. Yeah, I would not let them come here.
Yeah, I was going to say exactly the same thing. Never having children, but if I was to have children, I would be like, let's go to a different park.
One with a playground that doesn't look like what that Mr. Blobbyland looks like now. Because Mike, have you seen the pictures of that? It genuinely looks like you're going to get cursed stepping inside it. I mean, who honestly thought that like a Mr. Blobby theme park was actually going to be a lucrative business model anyway?
A weird thing to have made into a park.
Yeah. A character with barely any characterization, absolutely no additional characters or kind of like world or anything like that you could pull upon.
He had a wife. He had Mrs. Blobby and Blobby Jr.
I think I've blanked that out. I think that's just been removed from my memory bank because I do not recall that happening at all. Yeah, it's difficult to protect this country a lot of the time, but like, what the fuck was going on, Mr. Blobby wise? where the country just kind of manically accepted that as like as a character to the extent it had like.
I'm not sure if I have the strength to fight them.
Booyah!
Snacks!
Thank you, Cavs, for the treats. You know what, I might as well just continue having minstrels actually instead of having Mike and Ike's. Yeah, we're talking about Mr. Blobby because we've got onto it through the Blobbyland thing. So I can only apologise, but yeah. Welcome in. How you doing? How's your start to the week been? Wow,
The other thing I didn't mention that's a benefit of this week is that I'm only working a 4-day week.
what? I mean, you are going to see Sugar Babes, so that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I was good till I heard
Yeah,
Mr. Blobby. Fair enough.
I'm going to. I've got Friday off to basically bake this cake and then head down to the O2, which I've never been to the O2 before.
You've never been to the O2?
No, never been.
Wow. I would have expected you to have gone. I don't know why. I would have expected you to have gone to the O2. I don't know. Well, I'm good, and I believe Mark is also good.
Yeah, I am good.
You've
Oh,
joined.
like the main O2, the O2 Arena in London.
Oh yeah, because there's the O2 in Birmingham as well, isn't there?
Or as people of my age sometimes still call it, the Millennium Dome.
Oh my god, the Millennium Dome. See, I went to the O2 about to if it wasn't already a known quantity, about to out myself quite considerably here. But I went to see Britney at the O2. I believe it was the Circus tour. And it wasn't at the O2.
You cut out completely. You cut out completely for me there, so I didn't hear at all what you said you went to the O2 Arena for.
Oh, Britney.
Oh, Britney!
Yeah.
Oh, I bet that was amazing. Though.
It really was. I mean, she can like at the time this was Circus, so this was like post mental breakdown. So because of that, she was kind of touring 2 albums at the same time because she never toured the previous album because because of everything. But it was just a really good show, like really good show. I've been to the Birmingham one so many times. I've not been to the Birmingham one, but then again, I've only moved to Midlands way in the last few years, and then COVID fucking happened. So that's why I've not been, because I moved to a new area and then was stuck inside for best part of a year. But I also saw, it wasn't at the O2, like the main arena, but I did see, obviously, Wonho of shirtless K-pop fame at one of the smaller venues at the O2 Arena.
Okay.
I'm sure I've seen more. Oh, I also saw Girls Aloud at the O2.
I'd like to have seen Girls Aloud.
I saw them on their last tour, on the 10 tour.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I bet that was good.
It was really good.
I've not really seen any live music particularly.
Oh, I'm a big live music advocate. I love it. I've not been in a while because COVID plus social anxiety. It doesn't make a great combination.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, like first big arena concert I ever did was the Pink one that I went to in June.
Really? Like the one this year?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, you really haven't done live music. I was like in bars in Brighton, seeing bands like 2-3 times a week when I lived down there. But like I'm a like big music person. Sent over that band to you recently that I discovered as well that I've already forgotten the name of.
The one you sent yesterday.
Yeah. Discovered them yesterday. I literally discovered them yesterday when I was sitting in Cafe Nero. I just put Spotify to do just whatever the fuck it wanted, and that came up. I was like, oh, what's this? This is good. And then listened to a few more songs, sent you one of them. Who have you seen at Birmingham, Cavs? There are a few bands that I still would love to see that I haven't yet. There's not many though, out of the ones that I really want to see, because I got to see Arctic Monkeys a few years ago, who had been on my hit list for a very long time.
Swallow themselves with their own pretentiousness.
I mean, they have got very pretentious. I can't exactly argue with that. Oh, Lizzo, how was that, Cavs? That sounds amazing. Well, it turning out that she's not actually a very good person, of course. But that's a very recent occurrence. But how was Lizzo? I can imagine Lizzo in concert would actually be really good. It was great till I found out all the shit. Yeah, it's horrible when you're when something you really enjoy gets like horribly kind of tainted by the behaviors of the dickheads involved. Very luckily, no one. Oh wait, no, there's been one recently. Fuck, I was just about to say there's been none. There's been none recently. There's been none for me. Yes, there has. Roisin Murphy recently. For fuck's sake.
That was a big surprise.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting transphobia of her, I must admit. And I loved Overpowered. It was like that was my album of that summer, easily. The summer that came out, which I want to say was like 2000, no, it could be 2008, something like that. Absolutely incredible album. But yeah, Roisin Murphy. Yeah, Roisin Murphy's come out as a big old transphobe, which is lovely. Honestly, was the best concerts I've ever been to. And the thing is, like, Cavs, regardless of Lizzo not being a good person, that doesn't mean that that concert wasn't still one of the best concerts you've been to. Because her being an arsehole isn't going to take that experience away from you. Only will if you let it, basically. Could everyone just not be shit for 10 minutes? Apparently, no. Apparently, everyone has to be shit constantly. Are you having fun with the football, Mark? Which is not something I expected to say.
I wanted to see whether or not it actually would react to being shot with the pressure washer, and it did.
It definitely does. Because I got to see what's the band I got to see before they went all fucking weird. Mumford and Sons. I got to see Mumford and Sons before they went fucking weird. I can't remember what I cannot remember the thing, but I know there is a thing with Mumford and Sons. But I saw them at Reading Festival a few years back, and I'm really glad I did before everything went to shit with them. I can't remember what the thing with Mumford and Sons was though. There was a thing.
No idea.
I mean, to be fair, the as much as I enjoyed it, the Britney concert was somewhat kind of tainted for me based on, you know, knowing that was all done under the conservatorship and stuff like that. That concert and everything. So she was still in a very oppressive situation at the time that concert happened.
She wasn't the problem.
What?
I said, but at least she wasn't the problem.
No, she was not the problem. Everyone fucking around her was the problem. Oh, have I not done? Yeah. But yeah, people are just going to be arseholes, apparently. But yeah, I really hope that Rashid Murphy really does appreciate the fact that her current album's getting so many plays because of the transphobes, who have obviously jumped on it to support, and I use that term really fucking loosely, because her next album's gonna fucking drop off because she's lost her queer audience now. Because we don't forget, nor should we. Was a little bit gutted when I read it, though, I must admit, about Rashid Murphy. Because yeah, I loved Overpowered. I mean, I loved Overpowered, and like, I love Moloko as well. With like one Moloko, with a particular Moloko song being one of my go-to karaoke songs. If on the occasion I do karaoke, which is rare.
Wait. You've done karaoke. How did I not know you've done karaoke?
Because you never asked.
What is your go-to? I guess it's just them come up with comments. What?
Yeah.
What are your go-to karaoke song?
The time is now, Moloko.
Okay, yeah.
And also, like, somewhat guilty pleasure, but it's not really a guilty pleasure because for it to be a guilty pleasure, I think you feel at all guilty about it. But I fucking love Madison Avenue, Don't Call Me Baby as well. It's such a good song. And karaoke-wise, it's great.
That's the karaoke song. Okay.
Yeah.
I have not done karaoke. Nor would I do karaoke.
Oh, why not?
Because I am actually genuinely tone deaf. And that is in no way an exaggeration.
Entertaining, though. For everyone else.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Not for you, but for everyone else. Wait, why isn't this blue? Oh, because there's more blue over there. I was like, why isn't this blue pinged? I can't believe you're still on the dinosaur.
It's intricate. It's doing all of the floor underneath it. It's got like all these little spine thingies.
The thing is, though, it's becoming like quite honestly exorbitantly expensive to go and see bands and things now, though.
What, the Sugar Babes was fairly reasonably priced, actually. Maybe not the most amazing seats, but I think we paid like £50 for the tickets.
That is not bad. Oh my god, it's literally all of the...
I don't think it's sold out because Marvin bought some tickets just yesterday, I think.
I mean, the Sugar Babes are never going to be like stadium selling out kind of musicians anymore, I don't think.
No, probably not.
As good, like, I agree with you. Like, they have some absolute fucking bangers in their catalog. Like, I could quite happily listen to Sugar Babes. And that's someone who's predominantly kind of indie-ish in my music sensibilities. Judging by that kind of dark electronica song that I sent you. Although, in all fairness, I think
you've also seen Britney and Girls Aloud lives. No,
I'm a complex person. I'm the person they warned you about that literally does listen to anything. Oh, actually, a band I would really like to see, although obviously I know I wouldn't be seeing them per se, would be Gorillaz. I'd love to see Gorillaz. One of the bands that I was introduced to by my mother, Gorillaz.
okay.
Because she bought the first album. I'd literally, I'd only heard Clint Eastwood, and then my mum was like, "Listen to this album," and I did, and it was very, very good. The first
Not in
Gorillaz
any universe imagine my mother listening to the Gorillaz.
I think my mother's quite a lot younger than yours, though.
Well, possibly, yeah.
And my mother was very young when she had me as well. So she was, I think she still does, listens to quite modern music, really. Although she is starting to settle into kind of like older stuff and only listening to older stuff now. And I'm like, but you were so cool. Like, even if I didn't agree with the music she was listening to, I was still like, it's modern. Yeah, but my mum was like my first jumping off point for a lot of music, to be fair. The only thing that my mum didn't really impart upon me was like rock, indie, and metal, because my mother was a punk for what seems like about 2 weeks in the 70s. And that was it. So she was never going to be my go-to for rock music. But everything else, like hip-hop, rap music, pop music, electronica, pretty much all from my mum.
So you've got that, like, little shared thing together.
Oh yeah, my mum will probably listen to anything as well. She won't listen to the weirder stuff that I listen to. but I also am not a big fan of 70s music, which she is. So because I think outside of Motown, 70s was pretty crap, to be honest. Motown was awesome. But
Around 70s music.
but also, to be fair, me listening to like music at the moment, it makes a change from me listening to the Taskmaster podcast. Which I have been devouring since I discovered it existed.
Taskmaster.
I love Taskmaster. And I've even put myself forward to be in a kind of local version of it at Confuzzled.
Me.
Which I really hope I get onto. Because that'll be really fun. Do little tasks.
Taskmaster tasks.
And probably making an absolute pig's ear of them, because I can just imagine that happening. It'd be like me playing Tears of the Kingdom all over again. Because that was an experience.
What I can really imagine you doing is you not really listening to what you're supposed to be doing, and then just getting halfway through and going, "Wait, what am I supposed to be doing?"
See, I can imagine that too. I can really see that being something that happens. Or essentially being very confident to a practically insane degree. I can see happening as well. Being very confident in my decisions, and those decisions not being great, I can see happening. I can imagine it's going to be just like, because I do not know what to expect, because it's obviously going to be much more sedate than, and obviously with a lot less budget than the Taskmaster proper. They have done it before, and I did watch it before, but it was 2 years ago. So I can't really remember. I just remember having a great time watching it.
You've almost done that entire plaything, and I'm still doing this dinosaur.
I really haven't. Like, I've only done the outside of it. The inside of it's not done.
Dinosaur has all these like little diamond tips, and each individual one has to be done.
There's me with my carpets.
Spraying your little rubberized play carpet things.
I mean, I guess they would be rubberized, wouldn't they? It's the only thing which makes sense.
So the children bounce.
Yeah.
They fall over.
Yeah. And don't hurt themselves.
Which they deserve to.
My God, Lewis sent me a video. Remind me to send you the video that Lewis sent me earlier. It was literally a child injuring itself in the most poetically beautiful way. It was like practically art. It was masterful. Considering what's coming next week, this has felt like a really good palette cleanser.
Yes, because I suspect we're going to be much more stressed out next week.
Yeah. Which, for
need
anyone
to
who
make
wasn't
sure
there
I've
at the
got that
beginning,
downloaded.
Gloomhaven is next week. Because it comes out on Switch. So the
I need to make
next,
sure I've got it re-downloaded on my laptop.
so the next Mondays with Mark is going to be stressful. I'm going to get this carpet, the rest of this carpet done. Because we've only got like 10 minutes left of the stream.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
I
Well,
know.
I need to get a move on and get this dinosaur cleaned.
I can't believe it's gone so quickly. All we've done is clean.
I mean, that was the aim of the stream.
True, it was the aim of the stream.
I don't know why you were surprised that that's all we've done.
No, but like, we just cleaned a fountain and half of a park. Like,
We're at 70%. We're actually doing all right.
because like I was expecting us to clean a lot more things, I think. But because I was expecting 2 people, it would go quicker. When that hasn't really been the case, because you still have to clean everything.
Yeah. How am I supposed to get under here?
God, the absolute clash of colours on these benches reminds me of that house flipper level I had to do where none of the colours matched. I was so begrudging doing it.
Oh, that's dinosaur done.
Yeah. So that's two of the rides. Activities? Activities? What would they be referred to as?
It's fine.
Because I still wouldn't trust any child going on the jungle gym thing, the house, whatever you want to call it. Because it's still filthy. Even if it doesn't look as bad from the outside now. I tell you what, as like serene as this stream has been, it's been a really nice start to my week, I think. It's pretty much repaired the mess that was my work day. Been cleaned.
It's just what you need after a stressful day.
Yeah, I mean that's why I got into like House Flipper and stuff, because it's just a really chill game that you can just do whenever, and you don't really have to make much progress or. I still think like a House Flipper co-op stream would be fun.
Well, when the second one comes out, if it's got co-op,
which I believe it does, according to the interwebs, it does have co-op.
and it's online co-op as well.
I mean, we definitely have to separate because I think we have different design sensibilities. Actually, no, I don't think you and I are too far apart in terms of like design.
No.
when it comes to house things.
When you can go mad because it's because it's not real, you can experiment a lot more.
No, I would still do what I would what I would like. Like I've started doing that one from scratch, that house from scratch in House Flipper, and I'm like, what would I like in this house? Fuck what these people down the left-hand side are asking me to do. What would I like in this house? So it's probably not going to sell for very much because I've decorated it the way that I want.
Wow, that sounds like a them problem.
Oh, it definitely is a them problem. I've made it so it's like it's basic enough. So like a lot of white and magnolia.
Yeah.
But I also made it the way I wanted it to look. Because it's fictional and I don't care if I upset some digital middle-class wankers wanting to buy a home that they're probably going to rent out. And also, let's be fair, it's probably the closest I'm going to get to owning a house. So... Because to quote the kid from that viral video, I make poor financial decisions. Otherwise known as Pokemon cards.
I was going to say Pokemon cards, Lorcana cards, Magic the Gathering cards.
I mean, I've not bought Magic in a while, in my defense. But the Doctor Who set.
How is Lorcana? Have you actually played a game yet?
Yeah, it's quite fun actually. It's quite simple to play, which is nice. It doesn't have the complexity of most other trading card games, but then again, I guess that's because of the audience. It's aimed at kids, isn't it? So.
Yeah, but also it's only like the first.
Oh yeah, the first. So there's going to be more mechanics and stuff that they introduced along the way. But so far, yeah, it's pretty good. It's got a really decent level of strategy to it that I wasn't expecting.
Good though. I saw Leah manage to finally get himself.
Yes, so happy.
Some cards.
Because Leon was so stressed that he couldn't find it anywhere.
We were looking in a whole bunch of places when we went into Glasgow, and nowhere had any.
That's because it sold out really fucking quick. It's so annoying.
But it does seem that places are getting like restocked really quickly as well, though.
Yeah, I need to have a look.
Like the Geek Retreat in Ipswich posted that they'd sold out, but they were having a restock in 2 days and then another restock next week.
I mean, that's cool. And I'm also so glad that you've still got your Geek Retreat. We've lost ours. Sad times.
It's good. I mean, they put on a lot of events in there as well, which is nice.
Yeah, I think it's been very rare that we've been in there with you and there hasn't been an event on of some description.
Yeah, I had a look at. They posted like their calendar of upcoming events, and every day for the next 2 months they've got something on or multiple things on.
That's really cool, though. I mean, the only reason we lost ours is because of a kind of changing of hands circumstance, like situation.
Yeah.
which sucks, but like these things happen. But
Maybe another one will reopen somewhere at some point.
I mean, I hope so, because like I really miss playing Pokemon cards. It's difficult to find like local places to play.
Yeah.
Because I play such weird decks that like it's impossible for me to test them out. Because to get the decks in the digital card game would be a very expensive idea, so it's not going to happen. Because like the EV deck, like I'd need to get like digital versions of each of the evolutions, and that's just quite expensive. You know, I reckon we could finish this in like another 10 minutes. So we might as well just do this before we finish.
I mean, it does seem a shame to get to 85%
Yeah,
and then just not see it.
not see it through. And we're clearing like sections like no one's business right now.
Well, you are.
I don't know how I am and you're not. You're doing the same thing as I am.
I'm just doing one big roof panel, I think.
Oh, it's because I'm doing a lot of little things. It's working though. Do 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 do. I'm also not allowing myself to play Vesperia before I go to sleep tonight, because otherwise I will just stay up. Because I know I'm in the last dungeon now, so
And then
But-
you'll end up trying to finish it.
yeah, but I don't know how long the last dungeon is. And the only reason why I know it's the last dungeon is because I got unbelievably lost trying to find something. So I looked up on a guide. I was like, where the fuck is this one thing that I'm trying to find? And I saw that in the walkthrough, there's only a couple of steps left after the point I was at. So I was like, okay, so I must be near the end. And
Yeah.
then this big kind of tower came out of the ground. I was like, that's the last dungeon. Has to be. That has last dungeon vibes written all the fuck over it. Like in Final Fantasy VI, where Kefka's tower's in the middle of the world, and you're like, you know what? That is blatantly the final dungeon. Does the tower roof include the top of the roof, I wonder?
It seems so.
Because it does appear that I've done the roof. I mean, I've done the ceiling, at least. God, it's been a while since I've done this. Right. I need to get on the ceiling. Ooh, whoop.
All done.
Do, 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 do. I like that the temperature is cooling down now. That's pleasing me so much.
I'm looking forward to going upstairs where my
Aircon
windows
is.
are open and the air conditioning is, yep.
So jealous of the aircon right now.
It is definitely a godsend.
Like yesterday, I went to Cafe Nero in Leicester just because of the air conditioning.
Just to cool down for a bit, yeah.
Yeah. And then have, for an inexplicably stupid reason, a hot coffee.
When you're in an air-conditioned room, though, it doesn't matter so much.
True. And the thing is, when I was sitting in the Costa, the Nero, it pelted down with rain. I was like, yes, finally. Did the rain make a difference? No, it did not. It was just warm rain.
Oh, I saw the Leicester Retro Game Shop had one of the games on my list come in yesterday.
I wish you just said. I could have gone over and got it for you.
But I didn't know you were there.
That is a point.
But I don't think it's like a particularly expensive one.
What was it, out of interest?
Crystal Chronicles.
We still should play that, because there's the modern version, isn't there, which constantly goes on sale.
Yeah. I don't know if how it compares, whether or not it got any good reviews.
I'm going to hazard a guess that it probably didn't. Because the spin-offs from Final Fantasy very rarely do. I can think of a few exceptions, but generally speaking, the side games don't really do that well.
Right, I need to figure out how to get up onto the roof now.
I mean, I could do the roof if you want to continue doing because I'm already up high.
I know. I'll do the bridge then.
Louis! Hi, you didn't have to sub. Thank you for the Prime sub, Louis. How are you doing? And welcome in. We're literally, well, we're reaching the end. We just need to finish this cleaning job that we're on. 'Cause don't leave things half finished. But how are you doing, Louis? It's very good to see you, as always. How's your Monday been? How was your weekend as well? And you've come into a very, very sedate, very, very sedate stream today.
It's unusual for us.
It is very unusual for us, but it's been kind of nice, you know. Doing something just kind of like dumb and slightly more chilled.
For some reason, we normally like to punish ourselves.
That is also true. Jeffrey Bezos whispered in my ear and told me to not to be confused with Jeffrey Bezos. Monday was good. We had a chilled day. How about you? I mean, my day was horrid, but only because I had to deal with IT. And Mark's day was a Monday. Done in typical Monday style. But the stream's been really good though. We've cleaned a fountain covered in gnomes, and now we're doing a playground.
Absolutely disgusting playground.
I mean, it's not now. Like, it's lovely. It looks kind of lovely now.
Mostly.
Because nobody looks at roofs. Although I don't know what's left now after this roof. It can't, like, this roof can't be 3% on its own. Next, you should do a gnome covered in fountains. If only that was in the game. Because the gnome the gnome figures in this are kind of adorable. Ooh. Didn't notice the slats. So that wouldn't have worked out once you clean the roof. There you go. But yeah, like this one was quite difficult to get the last bits. I can't remember. It's been so long. I've done all of the cleans in this game apart from the new ones they've recently added. And
I'm not sure if I have the strength to fight them.
Booyah!
Snacks.
Snacks!
I will have snacks. I will have minstrels. Thank you, Loey. But like, it's been so long since I've done all of these cleans that I can't remember how to finish them. I literally have no idea.
Me. Cleaning.
So, like, every single time, it's just too tempting. I just can't not. I want to know why everything in this town is so dirty and why no one has done anything about it before. It's because there wasn't a power wash company in place before. And now there is. They're like, oh, wow, we could take advantage of this. Because there was no one to do the power washing before, and now there is. So they're like, right, okay, now we really need to take advantage of this one guy that does this. Because, like, throughout this game, you get asked to wash some really baffling things. That's done. 99. Okay, right. What have we missed?
This blue roof is still flashing.
Right. So, clean the outside of the roof. Ouch. What I want to know, there you go, roof. What I want to know as well, Louis, is why why it was allowed to get this dirty before anyone did anything about it. Not even the
What
fact...
have we got left?
There's something here that needs doing.
Tower tabletop shelter.
This thing? Like here? So, oh, there's an underneath. Right. That's done. What's next? Stools.
98%. I assume that's these, isn't it?
Must be.
There we go.
Stools.
Climbing pole guards.
Climbing pole
Climbing
guard.
pole.
Oh,
This
it's...
is the climbing pole, I assume.
Okay, yeah. So, what are the guards? Oh, on the sides. Because this one's done. It's this one. There's been a bit missed of that somewhere. There you go. Climbing pole guard done. Large bridge slats. 2. Oh, they're the side bits.
Here.
Right. Large tower wall. Tower vertical struts.
There's still large bridge slats, apparently. Handlebar.
Right. Tower lower wall. Oh, it's one of these blue ones. Oh, it's done.
This
Hey! How did we tackle this? And I wonder how long of this you're going to be doing the dinosaur.
Let's find out.
My God! Oh, just how much ground I covered while you were doing the dinosaur was very funny. But that's it. That's this chill, nice little comfortable stream. I'm next back on Thursday playing. You know what? I can't be dealing with the lack of sound. Yeah, I'm back on Thursday playing Pokemon Violet. And me and Marc are back next Monday, hopefully playing Gloomhaven, because it does come out on Switch, so it should be available. Which will be fun. Something new. Something hard. Because that's what we do on Mondays, apparently. We punish ourselves. Importantly, though, who are we going to raid? And also, As just as another random thing, if you look up Vanguard the Husky on YouTube, you can see all of the VODs from my streams, of which tomorrow, the one from 2 weeks ago, which is me and Mark playing Quake 2 in co-op, will be live. So, look forward to that, I guess.
And not too stressful stream, although not in the same chilled out way as.
No, nowhere near. Yeah, nowhere near the same.
Two very different first-person shooter experiences.
You know what? If Nero's still going, I think raid Nero, because Nero's playing Scarlet and Violet, and that's the game I'm going to be playing on Thursday. So it seems like a perfect port of call. Once Switch decides it wants to load, of course. When you're ready. Oh, it's an advert. Of course it fucking is. And now it started it again. Well, it does appear that Nero is still live, so let's... Oh my god, my camera's frozen. Wow, my computer's having its airs this evening. Like it's dropped down to like snail's pace. Right. Now that this has come back, quickly do one of these. We're gonna raid Nero Husky. They're playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And yeah. Wow, okay. This isn't working. Wow, hi. Wow, what's it? Why is it? Right. Gonna close that. Hopefully that'll... Ooh. Yeah, okay, my computer's really having its airs this evening, which I'm assuming is to do with the warm, so I can only apologise for that. Thank you, Mark, for joining me again. Yeah, me too. It's going to be fun. And hopefully it'll be cooler so that my computer doesn't have so much of a problem. But yeah, see you soon, folks. And yeah, come and join me over at Nero. Bye.